Okay, hello. Taboo recreation. Okay, so with this topic, I actually want you to have open minds. Okay, so maging open-minded tayo with this kind of topic kasi medyo sensitive kasi yung taboo recreation. So we will be talking about, I will be mentioning some wordings na medyo sensitive. So, kailangan ay open-minded tayo when we're learning about taboo recreation. Okay, so why study taboo recreation, classifying taboo recreation activities, theoretical explanations, the dilemma of goodness. So, these are the things that we're going to learn today. If leisure can enhance someone's life, can it also destroy life? So I think it's a nice question, okay? Because as we all learn naman during our past lessons that leisure activities can bring good to our bodies, to our mind, to our physical health, to our mental health, okay? But the question is, can it also destroy life? Okay, so later on, so ma-assess natin if really leisure activities can also destroy life. Okay? Alright, so close to 100% of high school students have tried alcohol. Okay, even actually during my time, yung mga high school students, they knew already what alcohol is, how did it taste. They really have tried alcohol already. Kahit naman ngayon, high school students drink alcohol. Okay, especially those students which are not merely guided well by their parents. O kaya naman ay because of peer pressure or they don't know how to handle stress that much. Okay? 1,811,000 arrest for DUI yearly. DUI is driving under the influence. Okay? In the Philippines, you will be fined, if I'm not mistaken. We actually have this RA or Republic Act 10586 or 10586. It is Anti-Drunk and Drug Driving Act. Okay? So, um, you will be fined between 50,000 pesos and 100,000 in pesos and will be given a 6-month prison sentence once you were caught driving under the influence of alcohol. So for example, if you caused an injury while drunk driving, nakasakit ka, naka-aksidente, you will face imprisonment, and of course you will pay steeper fines ranging from approximately 150,000 to 250,000 pesos. Then, unauthorized gambling represents about 28% of total gambling market. Ito yung mga sugal, 20,000 arrest, 111,400 people arrested annually for prostitution. Okay. Of course, for some areas, hindi allowed ang red light district. But for some, ay allowed naman siya because there are some, for example, countries na they treat prostitution as one of the source of income. 326,000 people arrested annually for vandalism. So, vandalism yun yung nagde-destroy ng other people's property. Taboo recreation can be defined as those pastimes that are forbidden by law, custom, or belief. Each society has values, norms, and morals that define what is considered deviant. So what does the taboo mean? It actually describes an activity or behavior that is considered completely unacceptable or forbidden. So activity or behavior na ginagawa ng isang tao na hindi siya katanggap-tanggap or bawal. Okay? It is also the prohibition from engaging in such activity or behavior through social rules, laws, okay, hindi akma sa batas, mga religious doctrine, and even by your own conscience. So, kumbaga, kahit sa konsensya mo, alam mong mali, pero ginagawa mo. So, nakalagay dyan, each society has values, norms, and morals that define what is considered a deviant. When you say deviant, it means not normal or not typical, not usual. Okay, so anything that may be considered immoral or wrong by society is, we can say, a taboo. It's essentially said to be a taboo. The taboo may be based in culture or moral beliefs. Okay, things that we generally consider as wrong, like, for example, adultery, theft, murder, or cannibalism. Ano pa ba? In some societies, for example, yung mga having sex reassignment surgery is a taboo. Yung nagpapalit ka ng sex mo. For example, from male to female, yes. Okay, it's in some areas or in some societies, it's considered a taboo. Pornography, nudity, or paghubad, drug addiction, alcoholism, slavery, those are actually taboo in many societies, okay? So some cultures see certain gestures as taboo. In some groups and societies, talking about race or racism is also a taboo, okay? Sa leisure naman, example of taboo sa leisure, okay, so it has been said that taboos are pastimes forbidden by law, right? Custom or belief. I-include natin dyan yung substance abuse or drug abuse, gambling, vandalism, harmful sex. Those are examples of taboo leisure. So again, deviance can be defined as any behavior that is different from what is socially accepted in any given society. So taboo is deviant from the norms. Okay, again, deviant or deviance means not normal, not usual, or not typical. Social taboos differ in societies and also change over time. Okay, so different societies consider different activities as taboo. So, pwedeng sa isang society, this thing is a taboo. Sa iba naman ay hindi siya taboo. Okay? Alright. For example, the use of marijuana in our country, it's taboo because we consider it as an illegal drug. Pero in other countries, it is not a taboo because it is being used as medicine. Can you think of any social taboos that some don't think are right? Okay, so we have here the salary, the clothing, dancing, and religion. So, for example, sa salary, in the Philippines, we don't usually talk about salaries. Okay, so for example, it's a taboo that you ask other people how much their salary is. Okay, and then some people will not say it because they think it's a taboo. They think it's not appropriate for you to ask me. Okay, for example, you will ask me how much is your salary, ma'am? I will not tell you because for me, I think it's not right. Okay? But that's actually for other people. For me personally, I don't think of it as a taboo, because that can actually serve as a guide to other people. Okay, for example, since I'm also a nurse, for example, I am a nurse, okay, and then I decided to work, for example, in the US, okay, and then I got an offer from an agency, and then the agency said that they would pay me um, $30 per hour. Okay, that would be my salary. And then I have a friend also who is working in the US. Okay, so for example, if I will ask her how much is her salary, and then she would tell me, oh, I'm earning $60 per hour, then that would be a good thing. I would have an idea that the offer for me is not good, that I should aim more, or I should look for another agency, perhaps employment agency. So that's why, personally, for me, this is not a taboo, but for other people, it's a taboo. And of course, we have to respect that, okay? So if you ask somebody how much is your salary, and then they don't want to tell, then don't ask, okay? You just have to respect them. Clothing. Clothing, for some people, they like to wear crop tops. Okay? O kaya mga short shorts na tinatawag, yung sobrang may igsi. Okay? So if they will walk along the street wearing those clothes, some people would say, oh, bakit naman ganun yung suot niya? Nakakahiya. 'Di ba? So that's for other people, it's a taboo. But for other people naman, ay hindi naman. Okay lang naman yan. Sasabihin nila, it's her right to wear that kind of clothing, because it's her clothes. Okay? You don't need to mind them. Ganon. So, but for other people, again, clothing is a taboo. Dancing. So, yung mga twerk, ganyan. So, for others, it's a taboo, especially when older people would see you doing that kind of dancing. For them, it's not good. Okay, but for us, for the younger people, okay lang naman. Okay, there's also a dance called Lambada. Lambada, if you have heard of that, it's a nice song, but they said it's taboo because it depicts about or talks about sex or something. Religion. Okay, so there are some religion that they are not allowed to, for example, eat pork or blood ng pig. Okay, so for them it's a taboo, and we have to respect them. Okay, so ang iba naman, religion, they don't drink alcohol. Okay, for them, drinking alcohol is a taboo, and that one should be respected. Okay, purple recreation. So we have this purple recreation, defined as those activities and interest indulged in by youth and adults during non-work, non-study, free time that do not fall within the parameters of what society generally views as wholesome or good, according to Curtis in 1988. So, purple recreation categorizes dark, not usual, taboo, deviant, or socially unacceptable forms of recreation and leisure activities. So, ito yung mga klase ng taboo na talagang socially not acceptable. There's actually a range. Later, I'm going to show you. To fall within the set range of purple recreation, an activity must be considered socially not acceptable by the majority of the population in which the activity is participated in. So, masasabi natin ang isang recreation ay purple recreation kapag yung majority ng population, yung halos buong populasyon, would say na yung activity na yan is really not acceptable. This purple recreation also categorizes activities which be half light or half dark. Okay, I will show you in the range later. So, kalahati light, kalahati dark, and falls between what is wholesome and what is not wholesome. Okay, so for example, na mga purple recreation, yung mga excessive gambling, animal and vehicle racing, yung karera ng mga animals, okay, casual drug or alcohol use. Okay, so lahat ng excessive, we can say, pwede siya makategorize as purple recreation. The color purple represented the shaded area of moonlight that is neither white light nor black shadow. It is the half area between. So, ito na nga yung range. Okay? So, ito yung purple recreation. So, yung nasa gitna, yun yung neutral. Okay? Balance lang. Okay? So, meron tayong extreme negative and extreme positive. So, sa extreme positive, yan yung good. Generosity, pure love, brotherhood, total selflessness. So, pag nakalagpas na siya sa neutral, mapupunta siya sa bad, which is the extreme negative. Andiyan na yung premeditated murder, torture, brutality to aged or disabled, incest, and sodomy. This premeditated murder. Okay, so let's just be open-minded about this. Okay, pag sinabi natin premeditated, it's a murder that was planned in advance and was carried out willfully. So, murder siya na pinlano in advance and was done. Okay? So, for example, hiring someone to carry out the killing. Okay, so it was enough evidence for a jury to conclude the defendant was guilty of premeditated murder, and that is considered purple recreation. Sodomy. If you heard of this sodomy, it's a kind of sex. It's a crime of oral or anal sexual contact or penetration between persons or of sexual intercourse between a person and an animal. Okay, so between a person and an animal. So that is sodomy, and that is also sa tao and sa hayop. So that is also considered as purple recreation. Okay, so Aristotle taught us that good actions could be defined by exercising the golden mean. The golden mean is the point of moderation between any two extremes. Examples, drinking alcohol and eating. Okay, so sinasabi kasi dyan na kailangan, for example, drinking alcohol. Yes, you can drink alcohol, but should be between the two extremes. Kumbaga, yung tama lang. For example, you will drink alcohol occasionally. If there is only a certain occasion to celebrate, then you can drink alcohol. So that's the golden mean. Excessive of that is, of course, already a purple recreation. Eating. So, of course, it's okay to eat, but it should be in moderation also. Okay, so too much eating is also not good. Okay, because of course that would be not good for your health. Okay, so too much eating is also when you exceeded sa neutral, then hindi na siya golden mean. So kumbaga lahat ng sobra ay hindi maganda. A life of good action, lived according to the golden mean, will bring the greatest happiness. So, this one should be applied in our daily lives. Okay? So, kumbaga, yung tama lang, yung sakto lang, of course, can make us achieve the greatest happiness. Okay? So, I know that with your experiences in life, alam ko na experience nyo na that most of the excessive things are not good naman talaga sa buhay natin. So, why do people engage in acceptable behavior? So, bakit ba sila nag-engage sa mga unacceptable behaviors na to? Leisure participation goes up, boredom goes down. So, syempre, when you participate in leisure activities, kapag heightened up yung motivation mo sa pag-participate sa mga leisure activities, sa mga pag-join sa mga leisure activities, yung boredomness or yung kalungkutan, of course, will go down. Diba? So, alam naman natin yan. And if the leisure satisfaction goes up, also boredom goes down. Kaya yung iba talagang gumagawa ng mga unacceptable behaviors, okay, because of this mentality. So they were not able to control themselves at least to the minimum. Okay. Social, sport, participation, outdoor recreation, and reading work best to reduce boredom. Okay? So, as long as nandun tayo sa golden mean. Okay? So, for example, sport participation. Okay? So, si student ay university athlete. Yan. So, kami naman as instructors, we do not control our students to participate in some university activities because that could also bring good to them. Okay, so wag lang sobra na mapapabayaan yung ating pag-aaral. Diba? So, dapat priority pa rin natin ang ating pag-aaral. Many purple recreation experiences also provide thrills and challenges. So, yung iba kasing purple recreation, parang iba yung dating sa ibang tao, ibang feeling yung binibigay niya sa ibang tao. So, nakalagay nga dyan, thrill and challenges. Excitement also adds to that. So, that's why they do purple recreation. Okay, so of course, which is not good. Things are good when they contribute to our physical and mental health, our sense of being loved and loving, our feelings of belonging and self-esteem, and ultimately our personal growth and development. Things that work against the fulfillment of these needs are bad for us, no matter how pleasurable they might be, so according to Dustin in 1986. Okay, so this one actually are very self-explanatory. So alam kong alam nyo to. So whenever you will engage in any leisure or recreational activities, just make sure that when you do it, you know your goals. Okay, so for example, again, you're joining a sports activity, so you join because you want to be physically and mentally healthy. So, at least achieve the golden mean. Kasi any excess of that, of course, hindi na siya okay. Kasi baka meron kang responsibility na mapabayaan. Diba? What else? For example, drinking alcohol. Diba sabi natin kanina, golden mean. So, occasionally, you can drink alcohol. Okay? So, it depends upon your belief also. Kasi, baka rin naman sa family mo and sa society na kinabibilangan mo ay hindi naman, or sa grupo na kinabibilangan mo, alcohol is not allowed. So, you also have to respect that. Okay, so in every activity that you do, you have to have this feeling of being loved. You have this feeling of na-increase yung self-confidence mo, na-develop yung personality mo, naging healthy ka, physically and mentally, so okay yon. Okay, but not to the extreme. Okay, so hindi maganda na you will do a certain activity na alam mo naman na will bring bad to you or will not bring good to you. So, pag alam mo na yung certain activity ay will bring you harm, so, as much as possible, tanggalin mo na sa isip mo. Okay? Remove it from your system. Okay? So, you will not regret it in the end. Okay? We can educate ourselves and others. We must remember that in order for an act to be virtuous, a person must choose for themselves. So if you know that a certain thing will do good to you, you will not be hurting other people, then always try to find freedom to do that. Okay, magkaroon ka ng autonomy. Recreation providers should be conscious about ethical behaviors and educate clients accordingly. So, tayo yan eh. Tayo yung mga recreation providers. So, when we are providing recreational activities or leisure activities, so yung ethics, okay, yung tamang behavior, dapat alam natin, and we have to know the background of our clients, of our customer. Okay? Kasi baka yung isang behavior, isang activity ay hindi pala pwede sa isang klase ng customer. Okay? And then we provide it. Then, syempre, hindi siya okay. Hindi natin ma-achieve yung pleasure and satisfaction na gustong makuha ng ating customer. So, kumbaga, personalize yung service na ibinibigay natin sa ating different clients, because different clients, different customers have different needs, and we have to educate them. Okay, so dapat alam nila if a certain activity is good for them or not good for them. Okay, so for example, physically unhealthy, hindi healthy si client. So, of course, and then he wanted to do a certain vigorous or adventurous activity like yung mga bungee jumping. So, we have to educate them that they should not be doing this kind of activity because it will not be good for them. So, kaya kailangan inaalam natin yung iba't ibang klase ng customer na meron tayo sa recreation. Okay? Alright, so that's all for taboo. Thank you.